Hi guys, I'm just here to explain what you're going to be doing for your remote work for 2 days. So the first part is going to be creating the rough draft of assignment 1, your weathering comic strip. To make your comic strip, you are going to think about the perspective of a rock over its lifetime. So I'm going to walk you through an example that best explains it. All right, so here we have Gabby the Rock. Starts off with an introduction. Okay, so the student introduced the rock, gave the rock a name, tell us where the rock is from. You want to tell us about the climate of where your rock lives. So in this example, the student said that there are warm summers, cold winters, and a lot of rainfall. Okay, so remember that climate includes average temperature and average rainfall. And then here they're going to tell us, like they're about to tell us their weathering story. Then in the next box here, they tell us about some of the processes that occur due to agents of weathering. So we have them describing, over their lifetime, wind carried sand and other particles along with it, the sand and particles hitting me over and over, starting mechanical weathering, vocab word. Piece by piece, my body starts to grind away. This is called abrasion, another vocab word. All right, so keep in mind you want to include at least 5 vocab terms throughout your comic. All right, then again, they continue. And this comic has in total about 9 of these box descriptions with the picture. You can have, I would say you need at least a minimum of 5 in order to have your introduction, talk about 1 or 2 vocab words in each of these, so that would give you about 5. You can take a look at the rubric, so going back again to the original assignment, and we can see here that I have the rubric. Okay, and again, this is all linked right here. So in the assignment, I have all the things that you must include, okay, and then it goes along as well with what's in the rubric here for a 3 and then a 4. You must have a minimum of 5 boxes, so that's what I was showing you an example of over here. All right, so this is what I mean by a box where you have your description and the picture. You need to have an introduction, so tell us the name of your rock and the climate. You might want to include where your rock lives. Then you want to have 5 or more vocab terms. Your comic should be neat, colorful, and organized, and show how both chemical and mechanical weathering work together. Now your rough draft can be super basic. You can have like simple sketches. Don't worry about making it super detailed. It's the descriptions that you really want to get down for your rough draft. Then on the final draft, you're going to submit it to assignment number 2, which will be in your folder. And for assignment number 2, that you have the option of using different apps to make your final draft. So you can use any of the apps that I have listed here, along with paper as well. So the Comic Life app, Book Creator, Google Slides, paper, or if there's another app that you want to run by me for my approval, that's fine too. Or you can do this on paper. Just make sure that it's neat and organized and we can clearly tell when you're going from one part of the comic to the next. Okay, in the template that I give you, so this is something you can put into Notability. In here I have them numbered so we know the order that you're going in. Okay. Now, if you're like, where do I even start without totally copying someone's example, you can open up this sentence starters and frames document, which can also be found right here. Okay, so in the assignment, it says here are sentence frames you can include if you're stuck or you need some inspiration. So when I click on that, it would bring me to this document. And in this document here, I have an introduction, so what you could include in the first box, introducing yourself. Hello, my name is, and I am however many years old. I live in, so tell us where you live. You can totally make up a place. Be creative. where the climate has blank and blank. So tell us maybe it has rainy summers and cool, dry winters. Totally up to you. You can make it up. Just keep in mind that depending on what you choose to make up here, should also go along with what you're going to talk about for your other descriptions. Okay, so think about like the agents or forces of weathering that are going to take place throughout your rock's life, and they should also fit in with what you're talking about here and where your rock lives. Then there's some more sentence frames. So you could actually use, like, each bullet point could be one box. So after thousands of years of sitting outside in blank conditions, I was weathered by ... and you would explain what were you weathered by. And you want to tell us that, make sure you include the vocab term, which is the agent of erosion. Agent of weathering. Then down here, you're going to have some more examples. So I cracked into several pieces after, and then tell us what exactly happened. And again, state what this process is called, or what the agent is called. All right, there's a bunch more of examples you can use. I even included the word permeable. So I'm a permeable rock, which means, and you could tell us about what it means to be a permeable rock, maybe include how some of the agents of weathering impact you because you're a permeable rock, or you could tell us that you're not a permeable rock and that you're like extra strong and sturdy, and what that means. Then finally you have your conclusion. So this is just a basic concluding sentence. It can be for your last one. And on this one I wrote, like, throughout my lifetime I have been weathered by many agents, including, and you would explain the agents that you listed in your comic up here. Although I may look different in pieces, I am still, and you could say like your name or something that describes your rock. All right, so that is what you are going to be working on. Down here in the assignment is where you're going to find the PDF of what you just saw right here. And then there's also my 3 examples. Okay, they're all very different. You can use them for inspiration, but make sure that you're coming up with your own information, own descriptions. If you have any questions, you can always reach me by email.